Alright then guys, it's a call before the storm right here. So I'm once again back with my red hoodie. This is my favorite hoodie, to be honest, man, for the running. It's pretty thick, so it means that I hold a lot of warmth and stuff, so I don't get easily cold. The reason why I wanted to still record this video before the run was before I was actually doing this shit, literally after like finishing the video that I just made, I thought about a little bit about my mistakes with the camera and stuff. And one of the mistakes that I thought about when we're talking about myself is that I find it very, still very awkward to talk in front of a camera. I feel like it's still, I don't still view it or see it as a person, which I should do. So basically what happens is that when I'm talking in front of a camera, I still view it as the camera itself. When in reality, I can just change my perspective in my mind and view the camera as a person that I'm literally talking to. It's like a FaceTime, you can say. But the only difference is that I'm the one talking and they're the one listening, not talking back. So maybe if I implement this thought pattern into the videos that I want to make, I feel like it's going to be way better because that I don't view the camera as the camera itself, but I view it as somebody at the other side of the camera that is actually watching my videos. And if I do that, it's not going to be as awkward because I'm not talking to a camera. I'm talking to a literally human being that is at the end of the camera. And maybe another thing that I can implement as well is talk a little bit slower in my videos. I'm gonna make a separate video about this as well. But I talk very fast a lot of times. And one of the reasons why I talk in a very fast pace most of the time is because I'm doing right now, is because I get very nervous, and especially talking in the English language and stuff. I have to be, if I want to pronounce some things well, I have to talk in a very fast pace in order to get it well, because I feel if I talk slow, I don't really get it well in the first way, you can say. So maybe for the next videos and the content I want to make in the future, maybe I need to slow down a little bit, take my time with the sentences and literally talk to the camera like it's a human being and not literally a fucking piece of technology. Maybe then my videos will get better. And I feel not maybe, I think that my videos will get better because implementing this thought pattern into the videos that I want to make in the future. It's just a thought pattern that I had, man, because I found it, to be honest, very you can say, I found it very embarrassing actually to record that video because I made so many mistakes. The sentences were not correct and stuff. So, and I also mispronounced a lot of words I'm still doing right now in this video as well. But it is what it is, man. I feel if I just talk more and talk in a slower way, my pronunciation will get better, and the sentences that I make in the English language will also get better with time. So the only thing I need to do, I feel to correct this, is to view the camera as a person and talk in a slower way. That's basically what I wanted to say in this video. Right now, I'm going to go for a run. This is the last video before the run that I'm going to show you guys as well after the run. And I also need to go to the barbershop, man. My hair is getting pretty long right now. But it is what it is, my friend. I see you guys after the run. All right, guys, as you guys can see, I've ran right now, literally a minute ago, 5 kilometers. The speed was 4.37, the time 23 and 8 seconds, which is pretty decent. I did not achieve the goal that I wanted to achieve, which was under 22 minutes, but I feel this is good as well. I feel this is a PR of mine because the fastest I've run was 23:30, I think. So I feel it's a win, but it was not the intended goal that I wanted to achieve. So as you guys saw, 5th day is finished. 5 kilometers is done. Be exact, 5 kilometers and 10 meters. It was decent. It was very good. It did not rain actually, which I was very happy. I was very glad to actually see no rain outside. It was a good run, man. It was 5 kilometers, like I said. The span was 23 minutes and 8 seconds, speed of 4.37, which is pretty fast for me. I tried to reduce it to 4 minutes. So it was a pretty good run. What I maybe could have done better when we're talking about the tips is maybe at the beginning, I started very fast. And when I started very fast, I kind of lost myself at the end of it. So I started very fast and I ran to 2-3 kilometers pretty fast, to be honest. It was the average pace was 4 minutes per kilometer. I thought, oh my God, I'm almost there. But then the end 2 kilometers, you can say, so from 3 to 5 kilometers, I dipped down to I would say 4.7, which not that bad, but it's still not the 4 minutes per kilometer that I wanted to achieve. So the end of it, I kind of fell down a little bit into a slower pace. And the reason for that is because I started way too fast. I started at like I said, around 4 minutes per kilometer, which is a good speed to have. But I feel you should start out a little bit slower and at the end give the last energy that you have. But I feel it was a good run. That's the only tip I would give to myself. I ran with flow. I ran at a very good pace. I had music on, so I was in a very much in a flow state. And to be honest, it was very cold, but of course I got this hoodie on. This is my running hoodie and stuff. So it was not that bad, but it was still cold, but I still made it. I'm very proud of myself, to be honest. And I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to actually run this 5 kilometers and everything went all right and stuff. So I'm very grateful to the Most High that I've actually achieved and actually finished the race itself, this 5 kilometer mini race for myself. That's basically it. The other like tip I can give to myself is maybe like the first one was of course like not running at a very fast speed at the beginning of the race, at the beginning of the 5 kilometers or the 10 kilometers and stuff. The other tip I would give to myself is like control your breathing more, because I feel like in the run, in the midst of the run, you can say in the midst of the suffering of the run, I like breathe very highly. So I say something like that. It sounds very cringe, I know, but it's like I don't really like breathe at a very normal pace. Like not normal pace because of course you're running. Like my maximum heartbeat was like 190 and stuff. So you cannot like always like hit the nail, you can say, with breathing. Like you cannot always like breathe on a smooth like speed and stuff. But my breathing causes me, like, this may sound a little bit vulgar or whatever, like causes me that food that is in my stomach, like causes that to like move a little bit up. Not like that I'm puking. I've never puked at a run actually, but you can feel it in like this area right here, and it's because of the breathing, I think. Because when I'm running, I breathe like, when I do that, like the thing like comes a lot, like the food that is in my stomach, of course, comes up. And then I know this is like not really nice to talk about, but I have to say it because once again, it's a part of the journey. But this like comes up, and when that comes up, it really not even hurts like my stomach and stuff, but it hurts like here a lot because the food is right now here, so the pressure is more like here and stuff. That's the second tip that I can give to myself. So the first tip, I'm gonna like summarize this very quickly, then I'm gonna end the video, is to start slower. Like you don't have to like run very fast at the beginning. Start slower, and then gradually, I would say to myself, like up your speed, especially at the end. So for example, if you're running like 5 kilometers, at the first 3 kilometers, you should like run at a very good pace that you're not tired. At the end of the 2 kilometers, you should like speed up a little bit. What I would say for the first one. The second one is the breathing. I would say breathe on a good tempo. Like don't, what I usually do is like when I'm running, I'm so much in a like zone, I'm so much in a flow state that I don't really like focus on my breathing, which I feel like is a mistake. I feel like if you're running, you should focus also on your breathing. And what I do is when I'm like a little bit out of breath, I take a huge breath, and that's when the thing like comes here and it's like hurts the pressure here in my chest area. I take a huge breath, and when I take the huge breath, it causes a lot of pain. So what I would say is like focus more on the breathing. And when you focus more on the breathing, you don't have to like take long breaths. You can take many short breaths. That is like way better than taking one long breath. So that's the second tip that I can give to myself in summary. For the rest, I'm gonna log it on my Notion. I said to myself that I'm gonna make a separate video about this in the future, where I said I have to become comfortable with talking in front of a camera. Not that it's a camera in itself, but as a person that I'm literally talking to. So it's like a FaceTime period, right? So the camera that I'm talking to right now is not really a camera. It's literally a viewer that is hopefully watching this video. Or I can see the camera as a perspective of, it's my younger self. It's me, like as a 15-year-old dude, as a 15-year-old guy, boy, watching my like older self record a video, right? So that's basically, you can say, another tip that I can give to myself, which is recording myself, and of course with the phone or with the camera, whatever, but not seeing the camera as a camera in itself, but seeing the camera as something bigger. Seeing the camera as a person that you're talking to. It's like a FaceTime, but the other person cannot talk back. I feel like that is what I need to develop in my videos as well. Second thing that I wanted to come back to is like also, like I said in the previous video, like the post-run video, is that I talk very fast. Like, to be honest, especially like when I'm giving presentations and stuff, I talk very fast. And one of the reasons why is because I get nervous. Actually, that's the reason why. It's because I get nervous. And when I get nervous, I talk just faster, like at a very fast pace. Normally, I don't really talk like this on a normal daily basis. But usually when I'm doing something big, like for example, recording this video that I'm proud of and that I have to like prepare a little bit, like my English, it needs to be like top locked. It needs to be like very good. And of course, a lot of times it's not, but I'm still improving that as well. But that's when I get nervous. And when I get nervous, I like talk a little bit faster, like I'm doing right now. So I feel like what I need to do, the 2 focus points for myself, is I need to view the camera once again as a person, and I need to talk in a slower manner. I need to get the pronunciations right. I need to get the correct sentences right. If I just like talk in a very fast way, I feel like the reason why I'm doing that as well is because I think in a very fast pace, And you can say the thoughts that I have in my mind almost go in parallel with like the things that I'm saying. So the things that I'm thinking like directly comes through my mouth. But I feel like what I need to do as well is to think about a little bit more about what I want to say instead of like just puking it out in front of the camera. There is nothing wrong with that. I feel like it has its own time and place. But if I really want to improve like how I'm viewing myself in front of the camera, how maybe other people will view me on the camera, and literally like improve my English language as well with it. And with English language, I'm talking about like the correct sentences, pronunciations and stuff. I feel like I need to talk slower. I need to talk at a very slower pace and think about what I want to say instead of like puking it out of in front of the camera, because talking fast doesn't necessarily mean that you're talking good. It just basically means that you're talking fast, right? So those are also the 2 tips that I can give to myself. Basically, that's the end of the video. I'm very grateful, to be honest, my friend, if you're still watching this video, to be alive. Hopefully you're as well. Like, be grateful for what you have, my friend. Be grateful for the place where you're at. Be grateful for, hopefully you still got a family. Be grateful for your family, your parents, your brother, your siblings, your dog, your pets, your really close friends, your whatever. If you go to college, university, like your roommate, your roof above your head, like the closet, the bed, the car that you're driving, the job that you have, the money that you have in your bank account, the food that is in your refrigerator, the clean water that you have. I mean, we got to be grateful at these times, man. I feel like, to be honest, speaking from my own personal experience, speaking from my own perspective, sometimes I'm not that grateful, and I need to humble myself more in the moment. And that's why I'm doing these type of stuff. It's like I feel like I'm humbling myself into the present moment and literally seeing myself for who I am and not who I want to be or who I am intended to be in my mind, this physical fantasy reality that I'm not. I feel like sometimes I have to like ground myself in reality and see reality for what it is instead of like indulging myself into fantasies that are only alive because I think them. It's like fantasies and thoughts in the mind that are not really real. I feel like the lesson that you can hopefully gain from this video is to, especially at the end, excuse me, is be grateful for the things that you have, my friend. Really be grateful, because even though you have a very hard life, even though you may like not be where you want to be, I'm talking to myself as well right now, there are people on this planet that have it way, way worse than us, than you and me, both together even. Like way worse. There are people out there in the world like basically on survival mode. There are people out there in the world who don't even have water and food like on a daily basis. And we have the ability, the capacity, the ability to actually take a break from work and stuff and actually go for a run or go to the gym. We have the ability to do that. But a lot of people, especially third world countries and stuff, don't have the ability to do that, my friend. So I feel like you should be grateful for what you have, because a lot of people don't have that. Basically, that sounds like very simple and stuff, but it's the truth. It's a fact. Like, a lot of the things that you have right now, somebody would kill to have that. Like, even living in this country right now, I'm living in the Netherlands, the first world country. A lot of people would die to actually come to this country, to be honest. And even so, we can say like it's like very negative with the taxes, whatever. But it's still a very great country, my friend. But this is, of course, like for the country that you're living in. But for the most part, the point is that be grateful for the things that you have, because one day, my friend, you will not have them. As life goes on, things will be taken away from us, and that's just reality. That's just life. And the only thing that we can do is enjoy them while they're here and take full appreciation in the present moment for what they are and see them for what they are. And hopefully they don't fade soon, but life is unpredictable, my friend. You can never control reality. That's what the Stoics say. Reality comes and goes, and life comes and goes. So be grateful for what you have, my friend. That's what basically the message I want to end this video with. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, like the video, share, subscribe, whatever. Day 5 is finished. We still have a very long way to go. I'm gonna attack with the present moment, the presence power that I have in my mind, and we will see how far we can take it. Thanks for listening, my friend.